Thank you, Shefat. I've just noticed that Natalie Bennett's been up at Kirby Misperton today, and she's managed to get it back in time for this rally, so I'd just like to invite her to say a few words as well.
Thanks very much, Alison, and I guess like everyone, I've been reflecting on that day a year ago, and what I remember first was I was actually on the train up from London. I think it was the 9 o'clock train, and my Twitter feed and my text messages just suddenly went absolutely bonkers. And I thought, what on earth is happening? And by the time I got to Sheffield, I'd found out. I was then on BBC Radio Sheffield immediately, and then I was here. And I was just recollecting, and I don't know if the young woman is actually here tonight, but I remember standing for a few hours on the street talking to residents, and one of them was a young woman. And you might remember, I'm sure everyone who was here that day remembers, it was pretty cold and very, very wet. And she had bare ankles. And she was standing there in the garden protecting the tree with her bare ankles. And I thought, that shows dedication. And today I've just been at Kirby Misperton, as Alison said, where the anti-fracking protectors, a lot of them are older people. And one of the people who came along today was Lancashire joining with Yorkshire. And Power came over from Lancashire to bring support. And there's people who've just given up their lives to spend their time saying we want to protect our natural world. And so I think what we've really got to think of tonight is all of the people in Sheffield, councillors, but just many, many residents who've really put their lives on hold in many ways, put so much time and effort into trying to save Sheffield trees. And I think we should all give a big thank you to those people for what they've done. And of course this is about trees, but it's also very much about democracy and the total failure of what we call our democratic process, but it's clearly not working. It's not democracy. People are not doing the Sheffield Council, our national government, is not doing what the people want. And it's actually the people who have it in their power, in their hands by their action to make a difference, as all of you are doing now. As we've just heard from the resident, people are saving trees, and that's really important. And it's important for democracy, and it's also important on a broader scale, because I've just spent the last 2 weeks in Bonn at the climate talks. And the way we've been treating our natural world, the way we've been not caring for, not paying attention to nature, it's doing us as humans real harm, and it's threatening all of our futures. And we all know there's an air pollution problem in Sheffield. It's on the front page of the Star practically once a week. And yet we're cutting down the trees that help deal with the air pollution. And we have to stop doing things like that are causing so much damage to us and to nature. And I was on a street recently, and they're out there with their lights shining into the bat boxes, and you're thinking, what if there is a bat in there? It's not going to be enjoying that experience very much. We're doing so much damage. We're doing damage to our politics, to our democracy, to our society. But what all of you are doing, what the people at Kirby Misperton over at Preston New Road, so many people around the country are saying, we're not going to take this anymore. And so thank you very much for everything you're doing, everything you've done, everything you're going to do in the future. Yes, I'm afraid there's a bit of emotional blackmail in there. But you can make a difference. It's crucial for Sheffield today, tomorrow, and for decades to come that we keep every tree that we can. Thank you very much.
Fantastic. Thank you, Natalie. I just want